I think it's about time we cancel this shit out, guys. Let's get on to that. I'm back again with another new episode of the Hustle Factory Podcast. How's everybody doing today there? What have you guys been up to these days now? Are you guys just hustling and grinding the usual? Are you guys pursuing what you're very passionate about? Well, guys, whatever it is, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter what it is. Just go ahead and comment down below and tell me what you guys been up to. But if you're in social media, just go ahead and just hit me up on social medias and I'll tell you more about that. If you're actually new to this podcast, or in the YouTube channel side, or at least on the podcast wise, like the audio platforms and all that. Well, first, I welcome you in this podcast, the Hustle Factory Podcast. My name is John Limdimas, and I am the host of the Hustle Factory Podcast. And let me just briefly tell you guys what the Hustle Factory Podcast is all about. So, my podcast, I basically talk about different things in there, like such as motivational stuff, entrepreneurship, basic entrepreneurship stuff. I talk about some rants. I talk about life, some tips, and from time to time, I'll be doing some interview episodes with several content creators out there, which I've already dropped a few of those episodes a few months ago and even previously ago. And basically, I've done so much more on this podcast and more stuff coming up. Basically, speaking of episodes and so on, if you guys missed out the previous episode from a month ago, you guys can easily watch that episode on the description below as well, or you guys can easily click the card on the above me. I highly recommend you guys check it out because on that episode I talk about why people are just negative all the time. Highly recommend it, guys. So this is the part where I want to promote something, and I've been trying to do stuff all the time doing this. So I want to promote Raze Energy because I've been promoting this for a long time now. Why do I keep promoting it? Well, because I actually believe in the product, and I'm not like the rest of the content creators out there where they just promote something because they'll make some money out of it. And by the way, I'm not like sponsored by them. I'm just an ambassador for Raze Energy and so on. So what is Raze Energy? So Raze Energy is basically the only zero crash crowdsource, and not to mention, and this is probably the most important part, is that they are the most refreshing energy drink in the market. And as far as I can tell, they are the most community driven of all the energy drink market out there. So Race Energy, they don't just do basically energy drinks and so on. They've done, most of them are basically fitness products like pre-workouts, whey proteins, basically about fitness supplements and all that. And they're basically co-parent by Rep Sports. For example, like this one here, I just recently hit the gym this morning. I'm taking some of this pre-workout Baja Lime. I gotta tell you, this is pretty good stuff, guys. Especially if you love hitting the gym, just like me, and you need some quick pump. Highly recommend it. So basically, the main thing with Race Energy is they usually do an LTO flavors, which stands for limited time only marketing style. So basically, from time to time, they'll drop a new flavor monthly, and they will be only there for like a limited time. And if I recall correctly, a month ago, they dropped a new limited time only flavor called Prickly Pear, and I'm not so sure if they're still available in the market yet or in their website. So if they are, I would probably go ahead and check them out as soon as possible. And I'll go ahead and leave all the links in the description as well. And speaking of limited time only flavor, guys, I believe a month ago they have recently put up another flavor. I believe it's called, I think it's the mystery flavor from last month. I'm not 100% sure, so do correct me, guys. If Rep Sports is, I mean, if Raze Energy is watching this, do correct me. I completely forgot. I haven't been keeping up. But other than that, guys, they've actually put up an old LTO flavor from a year ago called White Peach. So basically, it's part of their permanent line now. So if you're someone who loved White Peach from a year ago and you're watching this episode and you're a Raze Energy ambassador, or you just someone loves the product, get the White Peach as soon as possible because I'm pretty sure they're already live. And you know what, guys? As far as I can tell, if you guys are liking or loving what you're hearing so far about Race Energy and you guys want to give them a try, why not go ahead and visit the website, the links on the description below, or simply repsports.com. And if you want to give them a try, just go ahead and use my personal code HSPS. It's all in caps, and you'll get 50% off on all of your orders. And Race Energy, they do different promotions going on. Like they do some BOGOs, and sometimes a new customer, they'll give you like a sample pack for like $9.99 and you pay the shipping and so on. I'm not sure if that's still available, but I'll try to hit you up with that. With the marketing out of the way, guys, let's get on to the motivational rant series. Today's my motivational rant series, guys. This is something that I've been wanting to get off my chest for years now. But honestly, guys, I was never so sure how to approach it. But the hell with it. I'm just gonna go what my gut feeling tells me so. So I'm not going to regret whatever I'm about to say for the next few minutes. So stay with me, guys. I think it's about time for me to talk about toxic people in general. And toxic people is a very broad topic. So, what I want to talk about toxic people is I believe it's about time for us to cancel toxic culture in our lives. That's right. We are talking about canceling the shit out of it, guys. And today, I want to share my thoughts why we need to cancel the toxic culture as soon as possible. So, if you're ready for this shit, guys, let's get this shit started. Here's the thing, guys. It is no secret to anyone that toxic people are literally everywhere. They could be on your social media feed, on the comment section. You could have toxic coworkers on your workplace, toxic friends, even your family members. They're just everywhere. And not to mention, if you're watching this episode right now on YouTube, or if you're watching with your favorite content creator out there, you can easily see toxic people throughout the comment section. Like, you'll be surprised how many toxic people out there on the comment section. Even on podcasts too. You'll be damn surprised, guys. So you get what I'm saying. They're just everywhere. So for those anyone out there kind of new in the new term of toxic person, and you guys have no clue what it is, what makes a toxic person? So in my definition of a toxic person is it's basically someone who's having some sort of a huge negative influence in your life. And I mean, I emphasize on this a lot, and that they always make you feel shit. And most importantly, they suck the hell out of your energy with their endless drama and bullshit in your life. Sounds familiar, right? Well, we'll get on to that, guys. And the way I see it is that I compare toxic people to vampires. It's like they just somewhat enjoy draining all of your energy just for the sake of sharing their own negativity towards you. Yeah, that's not good at all. That's not right. That doesn't sound like a good thing. And I realized that there's more than one characteristic of a toxic person, but I just want to give you guys an idea what makes them toxic in the first place. So if I missed out something more, go ahead, just simply go and comment down below and tell me what other traits or characteristic that makes them toxic. Oh, and you know what, guys? I can actually record another episode just like this for what makes you toxic. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Anyways, toxic people are one of those people that somewhat annoys the shit out of me. But, I don't know. Maybe this is just me. But this is where cancel culture comes in. And I will tell you briefly how this actually relates in today's episode. So if you don't know what cancel culture is, check this out. Cancel culture basically started all the way back in 2015. And I believe it started to trend out throughout social media in 2017. So if you've been around for a long time and you remember what happened in 2017, then you should be very familiar with this. Cancel culture is an idea that it basically leaves you no room for freedom of expression, meaning they don't give a shit about you. They don't want you to be you. They don't want you be genuine about yourself and so on. Basically, anything that they find offensive, they're gonna try to cancel it or get rid of it because they don't like the way how it sounds or feel like. That's what cancel culture is, by the way. And to give you an idea or an example, back in 2017, a generational group called Gen Zs, they're trying to cancel a song by Eminem featuring Rihanna, and you guys should know what this is. It's a song called Love the Way You Lie, and apparently Gen Z's got offended on one of the lyrics in there. I'm not 100% sure which lyrics was that in that song. Do let me know in the comments below what part of the lyrics that they got offended anyways. And I mean, Gen Z's getting offended on that song, that just proves how incredibly sensitive that generation are. And I'm not here to talk shit about Gen Z. Although this could make another great episode to make about, guys. I could make it an episode about cancel culture, or perhaps just a quick rant about Gen Zs. What do you guys think? Oh man, I bet I'm gonna have a massive fun recording this episode. I really am. I just have a small favor to ask, guys. So far, as far as what you have been hearing in this episode so far, if you're seeing such a massive value to this episode, I would highly appreciate if you guys can go ahead and click the thumbs up. And if you don't like the episode, just simply dislike it. And also go ahead and comment down below what you're liking about this episode so far. What do you hate about it? Whatever it is, just let me know in the comment section and we'll talk about there. It's like, what actually caused them to be toxic in the first place? Well, guys, believe it or not, no one really knows why someone can be so toxic. No one really knows. Believe me, I've already looked up, I've already asked people around, and they've told me the same thing. No clue. But you know what? I do bet that my favorite content creator, Gary Vaynerchuk, knows what's up with toxic people. He'll probably have a better insight than me. I really love Gary Vaynerchuk's content when it comes to entrepreneurship. Great guy to follow, so give him a follow. But if I have to guess why they become so toxic, I have to bet that somehow this is a bit similar with the case with negative people out there. Speaking of negative people, a month ago I recorded an episode where I talk about why people are so negative all the time. There will be on the description below. You guys highly recommend check that episode out. And I think the main reason why people become so toxic is because somewhere along the line in their lives, there's some sort of some weird fucked up shit event that happened to their lives that basically results them being so toxic, which makes them that way. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree or disagree with what I said? And the thing is, talking about the topic of toxic people is an incredibly broad topic to talk about because you can basically break it down in different ways, meaning more content to cover up and more stuff to talk about here on this pod. So make sure that you guys got your notifications turned on because who knows, maybe I'll be able to cover another episode about toxic people next month or in the near future or whenever you guys feel like it. And you guys may be wondering, why the hell do we need to cancel toxic culture right away? Well, here's the thing. I realized that canceling toxic culture isn't one of the easiest things to do in the world. I mean, especially in the age we live on where the insecurity levels have been dramatically high as hell. So I feel like insecuritiness and being toxic is somewhat relatable. And I mean, here's the thing. I mean, who said it's gonna be easy to do in the first place? Who said so? I don't think it's not gonna be easy, but I believe with enough awareness of it, it will eventually significantly go down the more I share about this episode or this awareness that I'm trying to start. Oh, and speaking of awareness, guys, that's why I want you guys to start commenting hashtag cancel toxic culture. So that's what it's for. So I'm gonna briefly talk about more hashtag cancel toxic culture. Honestly, we need to cancel toxic culture in our lives because toxicity actually promotes negativity all around you. And especially this isn't very healthy for your overall mental health at all. I promise you, I know I've been there. I know how it feels. I know people who's been toxic for a long time and then they recovered from it. Being toxic is not a good thing, guys. I promise you. And honestly, guys, if you are with me with this and you happen to be watching or listening this episode on YouTube or you're listening to this through, wherever it is, please, I would appreciate if you guys can show some support by simply sharing this episode to anyone you know that basically needs to hear about it. And don't forget to use the hashtag cancel toxic culture throughout social media as well to show that you guys are loving what I'm saying so far. Believe it or not, guys, I'm about to actually wrap this episode up because, like I said, I don't want to bore you guys to death. Here's the thing. Do I think toxic people can change for the better? They sure fucking can, guys. And anyone thinks that they cannot change for the better are just a bunch of dumb, ignorant fucks who has zero clue about life. Oh, yes, I'm being for real, guys. Not regretting saying that at all. I haven't regret a single word that I have said since I've started recording this episode. Zero. Nada. Niche. To me, it's just a matter of them realizing that this isn't a way to go about it. And, they'll eventually wake up and just say to themselves, do I really feel happy about this way? Is this really the best way to do it? Is this healthy for me? They will have that self realization eventually. Another thing is, once they start being accountable to their own actions and start letting go their own ego to their heads, and I mean, I fucking promise you, toxicity will dramatically drop in many ways you haven't ever imagined before. I promise. Here's the ugly truth about when it comes to dealing with toxic people. I'm not so sure how this is gonna go, but I'll just say anyways. The answer isn't going to be fun to some people, and you guys may see it the other way around, and some of you guys may understand what I'm trying to say, but I'll just say it. All you can really do is basically just cut them off as soon as possible. Don't wait at the last minute to do so, because if you don't cut them immediately, well, you will instantly regret that shit. So all I can say is, and I mean, I will sound like a very broken recorder or something, or it's gonna sound harsh, but it's actually the truth, guys. Fuck them. You tell them straight to their face, go fuck yourself. I don't have time for your bullshit drama and so on. I'm sorry. That's the truth, guys. Just tell them, go fuck yourself. It sounds harsh, but you have to say it. That's the right way to do it. I know this is just my opinion, but if you agree with me, just go ahead and let me know in the comments. The thing is, after all, your time is far more important than their own endless drama and bullshit in their lives. It really isn't your job. Lastly, it isn't your job to save a toxic person. I know it sounds like an asshole thing to say, but just hear me out just a bit. What you can do instead is start influencing them through your own positivity, through your positive vibes, and so on. Help them out. Just start making them realize that being a toxic person is not the way to go about it. I truly hope that this episode somehow able to influence or motivate you somehow to spread the word about canceling toxicity in your lives. The thing is, this isn't an easy thing to do, but with enough awareness, like I said before, I bet you will make someone very happy, and not only that, you will be an amazing blessing to them. So once again, make sure to support this episode by simply commenting hashtag cancel toxic culture here and use it on your social media feeds. Start sharing it with your friends, family members, co-workers. It doesn't fucking matter. Just start sharing it. So once again, I thank everyone for listening and watching this episode right now. And you guys can easily click the previous episode and the card above or the description below as well. Don't forget that. It's all about negativity. And you guys can easily watch my podcast on all other platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and not to mention as well on Bullhorn if you're live in there. I try to go live on other places as well. So all of those gonna be in the description as well, the links. So I'm looking to expand my podcast furthermore. And if you guys ever want to hang out with me through social media, just hit me up in the DMs. Simply shoot me a message on Twitter at Limdimas, or if you want to give me an idea of what to cover in the next episode, just shoot me a DM as well on my podcast Twitter at H Factory Podcast. All the links will be in the below. That will be it for this episode. I will see you guys on the next episode. And I hope that you guys are having a great day so far again. John Limdimas signing out. I'll see you guys later.